Hi guys, good morning sir. This is Subraj from 3rd B English. I am here to tell in this video is translation studies. Translation studies, I take on 4 topics: types of translation, decoding and recoding, equivalence of types of equivalence, and finally untranslatability. First we saw first we saw about what is translation. Translation is one text or source language translated into another language. This is called translation. The types of translation is 3 types of translation. There are interlingual, intralingual, and intersemiotic. First, interlingual translation or rewording, an interpretation of verbal sign by mean other sign in same language. This is called interlingual translation. Interlingual translation proper, an interpretation of verbal sign by mean other language. Intersemiotic translation is transmolation, an interpretation of verbal sign by mean non-verbal signs. This is three types of translation. Again I am saying translation means source text or content text translated into another language is called translation. Next, to move to second topic, decoding and recoding. The process of decoding and recoding takes place in linguistics. Each node in the model of translation process, the stage involved is considered as a diagram. Source language text, analyze, transfer, restructuring, respected language of translation. An example of some of the complexity involved in the interlingual translation. Consider a question of translation yes and allo in French, German and Italian. Indo-European languages are closely related to lexical and syntactically in the term of greeting and absent is common of all. Two term of French involves using the does not exist other language. Next, we move to third topic, types of equivalence. There are 4 types of equivalence. First type is linguistic, paradigmatic, stylistic, and textualized. The problems of equivalence. The translation of idioms take use stages. Further, consider the question of means and translation for idioms like puns or cultural bonds. Eugenida describes 2 types of equivalence. First is formal equivalence and dynamic equivalence. First we saw about formal equivalence. Formal equivalence does not change, meaning everything is same, does not change in formal equivalence. Dynamic equivalence is changing meanings, is etc. is changing anything. Next we move to third topic, translatability. According to Cartford, a linguistic known as work as translation theory. It's referred to the nation that is contained concept words of expression of one language cannot be full of accuracy converse is another language. There are 2 types of untranslatability, linguistic and cultural. Linguistic in linguistic untranslatability in ability to find the perfect linguistic equivalence from one word prose to concept from the language of another due to different in language structure. Cultural, the difficulty is impossible of translating certain culture concept, providing one language to another language different from culture normal. It's very simple. Linguistic untranslatability ஒரு கல்ச்சரோட டெக்ஸ்ட்டோ இல்லை ஒரு கல்ச்சரோட இதையோ டிரான்ஸ்லேட் பண்ணலாம். ஆனால் அதோட எமோஷன்ஸ் ஃபீலிங்ஸ் எல்லாம் அதையும் சேர்த்து டிரான்ஸ்லேட் பண்ண முடியாது. இதுதான் அன்ட்ரான்ஸ்பிலிட்டி, லிங்குவிஸ்டிக் அன்ட்ரான்ஸ்பிலிட்டின்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. அதே சேம் த கல்ச்சுரல் கல்ச்சுரல் அன்ட்ரான்சபிலிட்டிக்கும் அதே தான், இட்ஸ் சேம். Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir.